Am I in focus? Let's see. What can we do? I need some inspiration. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I know I wanna do a makeup tutorial, but I have no idea what exactly I want to go for. I, for some reason, have had Zendaya on my mind. I love her style, I love her makeup, and I thought it was really, really bomb that she did her own makeup for the Grammys, and so, I don't know, I'm kind of feeling a little bit inspired by her. I'm just gonna scroll through my Pinterest and see what I can find, and we will be right back. I have decided to just go ahead and do Zendaya's Grammy look, because why not? That's kind of what I was inspired by anyway. Here is the photo of Zendaya's makeup. Oh, it is stunning. I'll link the photo below as well so that you can go check it out, but it's a very neutral and kind of natural looking. I mean, it's like natural glam. So obviously it's for the Grammys. She's gonna be glammed up, but she used all neutral tones, which I really, really love. I am excited to try to recreate this look. It's probably not gonna look exactly like hers because I don't look like Zendaya. I wish I did. Zendaya, how do you say her name? I'm probably saying it wrong. Correct me in the comments. If you wanna see how to get Zendaya's Grammy look, then please keep watching. Okay, I'm gonna start this off by using a little bit of lip balm because right now, I already have a fever blister. It's kind of why I waited to film. Who wants to film with a big old fever blister on their lip? How do you guys like my background? It reminds me of like confetti birthday fun. March is my birthday month, so I'm going to try to keep this background up throughout the month of March. I mean, I know we're still in February, but you know, you can never start celebrating too early. I'm starting out with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water just to kind of hydrate my face because my face has been way more drier than normal. Maybe it's because I'm getting older. And I am going to use a new product. I am going in with the Nivea Men's Sensitive Post-Shave Balm. This, of course, got popular by Nikki Tutorials on YouTube. I just picked it up finally, and I have used it once, and I fell in love. It does have a manly scent to it, but it's not overpowering. Like once I put on my makeup, I really didn't notice it at all. But it does have like a nice, you know, it smells like a man. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this, just a little bit in the palm of my hand, and put it all over my face. And what I noticed with this is a little bit goes a long way. And just keep working it in until you feel it start to become a little bit tacky on the skin. That's when I'll go ahead and go in with my foundation. I am gonna use my Too Faced Born This Way Absolute Perfection foundation. This is in the shade Vanilla. Normally I would use my beauty blender, but I'm just being a little lazy and I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Real Techniques buffing brush. Gonna pump a little bit on the back of my hand. Hopefully it's not too light for my skin. Might be a little light. I lied. I am gonna get my beauty blender wet because I don't feel like when I'm putting on this foundation over top of this primer, like it's really getting nice and blended. So I'm just gonna blend that in the rest of the way with the beauty blender. So now I am gonna go in with the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. So I'm gonna pop a little bit of this under my eyes just to help brighten it up. I'm gonna go right here down the side of my nose and just kind of right here in the corner just to get rid of any dark circles. So bright. And now I'm gonna take my beauty blender and just blend that in. For my concealer, I'm gonna go in with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is in the shade, well, I think I got too much. This is in the shade NC15, which is a little bit light for me, but because it is a Grammy look, I'm gonna go ahead and make my under eyes nice and bright. Just popped a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna use a little brush to place it where I want it. Again, going down the side of the nose, up in a triangular formation, and other eye, same thing. And I'm actually going to use this as my eye base as well. So I'm going to go ahead and take my beauty blender and blend that in. I'm going to use what's left over to highlight the rest of my face, forehead, down my nose, chin, and I'm going to put just a little bit of the excess right here and blend away. Okay, so be honest. What do you think about my hair? What do you think about the fun buns? If you follow me on Snapchat, you would have seen a photo of me this morning with my little fun buns. My middle daughter hated it. She hated my hair. She was like, as long as you're staying in the house, that's fine, but if you're going out, you need to do something with your hair. Just because she doesn't like it, it made me just want to wear it all day, so I told her that I was going to film with my hair like this then. And she acted like she was mortified, but she'll get over it. It's alright, that's what we do. As moms, we like to torture our children. But I think it's fun. I mean, I like to do different things with my hair. I'm gonna do what I wanna do. I am gonna do a little bit of cream contouring, and I'm gonna go in with my Sculpt in a Stick by the Tyra beauty line. And this is in the shade Deep. I could probably go for a lighter shade, but you know, YOLO. We're going for it. I'm doing my cheekbones, a little bit on the chin, definitely my forehead because my forehead is big. I'm using my Real Techniques contour brush to just blend this in. I know it looks crazy now, but I promise once we blend everything in, it's going to look fantastic. What was that? What? Am I the only one that sometimes you do your contour and you're thinking like, this is gonna be fantastic? And then you put it on and you're like, oh my gosh, I will never be able to blend all this out. Sometimes I get a little scared. Honestly, when I do cream contour, as soon as I use my beauty blender is when it all starts to look very natural. Just have to keep working at it. These little pieces are about to drive me nuts. This is why I don't do bangs, because oh my gosh, I just want to like take scissors and just snip them off. Now I feel like I look normal. Gonna use the Mercier translucent powder to set underneath of my eyes. I'm just gonna use my beauty blender and tap that in. I have not really been doing the baking technique because I've noticed, maybe it's just because of my age, I've got a lot of under eye wrinkles, and when I bake underneath of my eyes, it gets so crepey. So it's almost like it just gets too dry. So for me, we will not be baking. I'm gonna go in with my BH Matte Press Finish Press Powder in the shade 215. Just gonna set everything else in place. See how that contour has now kind of disappeared into the skin and it looks much more natural. I am going to use my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I'm gonna use the Morphe E35. This is my current favorite brush. And I should probably go a little bit lighter with this. This is medium to deep. We're gonna look like a bronzed goddess, just like Zendaya. Or Zendaya. Or maybe I'll just call her Z. That's her nickname now. Fun fact, a lot of my close friends, they call me B. My name is Brandi, in case you didn't know. But a lot of them call me B. And I kind of like that. Going in with this little fluffy brush, just getting a little bit of that bronzer on there and doing my nose. Not doing anything crazy because I don't really need to make my nose any smaller. I just want to kind of define it so that it goes with the rest of my face. I am going to use Hot Mama by the Balm. Beautiful peachy shade. Zendaya looks like she's got kind of a peachy toned blush on. So, just gonna go right over top of that contour and bring it all the way back. And I like this blush because it has a little bit of a sheen to it. Almost like there's a highlight already in it. We're just gonna blend this out some. And I'm gonna clean up that contour line too because it's looking a little rough. I'm gonna take a little bit of that pressed powder and go right underneath of that contour line. and let it sit for a minute. But we gonna bake this area, but not this area. And that'll just really clean up that contour line so it doesn't look so muddy and messy. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. And I'm just using my Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Ebony. Starting at the bottom and outlining where I want my brow to be. And then I like to brush the hairs down and do the top. By the way, I'm not trying to like do my brows like Zendaya, Z, my friend Z. In that photo, her hair's kind of covering her brows, so not exactly sure what she had going on anyway. Doing what I feel comfortable with. Doing my brows literally makes me sweat. Gonna dust away this powder right underneath of that contour. I use a little bit of Becca Champagne Pop just on the top of the cheekbones. The photo didn't look like she was too glowy, but can't resist a little bit of highlight. Just a smidge. Little dab will do ya. Just a tiny bit on my nose. I'm gonna use MAC Cork right here in the crease. Start on the outer corner because that is where you want the most color. Let me zoom you in. Okay, that's better. So you want the most of the color concentrated on the outer corner. So we're just gonna start there and then blend into the crease. And to do this, I'm using my Morphe M433 brush. And you can keep blending that color, building it up as much as you would like. We are gonna go in with MAC Mystery. Yeah, I think this is called MAC Mystery. I'm just gonna use that same exact brush and pop a little bit of that right on the outer corner, like this, just to deepen this up. You can bring it over just a little bit, not bringing it all the way over, just maybe about halfway, and blending that into the corner of the eye. And then just taking a fluffy blending brush with a little bit of that cork on it and just going back over and blending. Then I'm gonna go in with MAC's Mylar, a matte white or off-white shade. I'm using this to highlight the brow bone. For the lid, I'm gonna go in with Urban Decay Sellout eyeshadow. Looks like this. Actually going to use my finger first to pop that on the lid. Get the most color payoff. Her lid is very, very bright and shiny. And then I'll go in with a flat brush, which this is the MAC 242, and kind of carve out the lid. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of that Mystery, the dark brown, just to blend that on the corners. And blending back over. It's looking good, it's looking good. Going into my Inglot number 77 gel eyeliner. That is all dried up. I am going to do a nice thin line on top and just wing it out a tiny, tiny bit. So hopefully I can do this on camera so you can see. Oh, it's so dry. And for this, I'm using a Makeup Geek bent liner brush. Little wing. If anybody has any tips on what I can do to revive this liner, this is like my favorite liner. And there's so much left and I don't want to throw it away. All right, that wing looks weird. So let's just try and fix it. The wing is going to be a little bit thicker. These are not even. Oh, the struggle. Just keep adding. All right, that's good enough. I'm going to stop while I'm ahead before I end up with just completely black eyes. Now I'm just going to take a little angled brush, black eyeshadow, and this is Corrupt by Makeup Geek. I'm going to go right over top of that eyeliner because it mattifies everything and it'll make sure that your liner doesn't go anywhere, but it also will fix any mistakes that you might have made with your liner. I basically make every single time I do my makeup. I'm going to go in with a little bit of black liner in my waterline. This is the Milani Liquid Eyeliner in black. Using that same little angled brush, I'm just gonna go right along the lash line and just kind of smoke it out a little bit. I'm actually gonna go in with both of these colors and mix the two and put that on the lower lash line. I'm going back in with a little bit of that champagne pop and popping that onto the inner corners of my eye. I'm using the Ardell Wispy lashes. It looked like she had pretty natural lashes on in the photo. Just wait for this puppy to dry. And while we wait for this lash to dry, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of mascara onto these lashes. Okay, I am not a fan of this mascara. This is the Smashbox Full Exposure. I don't know, I'm just not a big fan. So it's back to my Rimmel Lash Accelerator. I think it's just because I like a smaller brush. Last but not least, we are gonna go ahead and do the lips. She had a very nude, neutral, almost like a peachy nude kind of color. So I'm gonna go in with MAC's Boldly Bare Lip Pencil to line my lips. And then I'm gonna go in with ColourPop's Times Square Liquid Lipstick. It's actually much darker than what I was expecting. Her lips were much lighter than this. I'm gonna go over top of this with a little bit of melted, Too Faced Melted Long Wear Lipstick in the shade Melted Sugar. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my finger and just lighten this up. Yeah, that is better. And then her lips were also very glossy, so I'm gonna go in with a gloss. This is MAC's Lip Glass in See-Through, an oldie but a goodie. And this will lighten it up some too. I'm using the Nivea Bridal Makeup Finish Setting Spray. And this is the final look. Okay guys, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really love the way this turned out. This is definitely going to be a natural glam look for me. I can't call it natural. I mean, when you use 50,000 products, is that really natural? Not exactly. If you have not subscribed to my channel already, make sure to click that button right now. Right now. Like, stop what you're doing and go click that button. Of course, follow me on all my other social sites. Snapchat is probably where I'm at the most. If you have any suggestions for future videos, leave them in the comment box below. Definitely give me your opinion on my hairstyle. I'm kind of digging it, especially now that I have a face on. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.
Okay, honey child. Well, let's see. I can't zoom in anymore. Yes? No? I mean, my eyes are definitely a little more smoked out. I don't know. I think it's pretty daggone close. If I had a short blonde wig, twinning. Okay, now who is going to clean up all of this daggone mess? It's like a tornado has gone through here when I'm done filming. Whew, the aftermath.